Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Road to Rank 1. As the Road to Rank 1 continues into the new patch here. First opponent is a 6.7k Protoss player. Hi YouTube. Is this Neep? No, I don't think it is. I wonder who this is. A talkative person. I don't think it's Max Packs, but anyway. Welcome back to the episode. It's a pretty high-level Protoss player to start with. I feel a lot more comfortable in PvP after the patch, because 1 gate expand got nerfed a decent amount. The Void Ray being weaker means that defending a lot of the all-ins that are good against 1 gate expand got stronger, and that kind of resulted in a lot of people shifting away from those 1 gate expand openers. Of course, the fact that the Void Rays also take longer doesn't help. Just an overall nerf to the Void Ray, which is useful. My opponent opts for a second gate scout. This could indicate that he wants to proxy something, but it also just really indicates that people aren't afraid of the 1 gate expand anymore. The main reason why people scouted after the first gateway was to block the opponent's natural base from going down if they did go for a 1 gate expand. Now, that is not possible anymore, and as a result we see these later scouts coming in once again. I still like sending in my scout early. I'm not quite sure why I like it, but I think it's still good to block your opponent's natural if they do decide to go for a 1 gate expand. Now, we're just harassing our opponent's minerals just a little bit. We see our opponent, of course, doing a very similar thing here to me. You always want to be the guy that isn't chasing your opponent's probe and just microing the own probes at home. So he's losing basically a lot of minerals for free right now because he's chasing that worker. In the moment he stops doing that, we just continue harassing this. And as long as, you know, this is just good for me. This actually has been a good start. He might decide to wall me in, though. I have a little bit of... okay, he doesn't get the wall in. Nowadays, it's really quite common for people to wall in your worker. Maybe we can get something done here. Oh, it's adept. Okay. We're going to do something that I don't actually do very often. We're going to play fast Stargate into Adept from a Stalker opener. Now, if my opponent opens up with 4 Adept, this is pretty good for me. If my opponent opens up with 2 Adept into Sentry, this also is pretty good for me. The weakest, I guess, would be if my opponent plays Adept, Stalker, so just a complete mirror. But otherwise, I think this opener is almost always at least okay for me. I don't quite know what it exactly would be that I would struggle against. And I can do a couple of things here as well, which is interesting. So I can send these adepts with my first 2 units, but I can also decide to not send them with my first 2 units and try and hide them. I wanted to try and hide them, but well, obviously that didn't really work out. As you can all see, it really did not work out whatsoever. Okay, he must have gone in here, no? I swear that I saw... Oh, well, I didn't quite see where he went then, I guess. He doesn't know what my opener is. He finishes that. That's obviously a mistake. Okay, we can cancel this thing. Good start for me so far. And we're going to send my 2 adepts across the map as well. So we're going to hopefully continue with this good start and make it a great start. Oh, that's sentries. Oh, well, if he builds sentry, which makes a lot of sense, we're actually probably wanting to get another oracle and just get a lot of units going. Yeah, we're just gonna... Yeah, this is a really, really, really nice start for me, I have to admit. I just have to admit it. And now even these 2 bad boys can come up if I want them to. Well, that wasn't the most useful thing that I've done in my life, but... It still seems absolutely fine. He lost his first 2 adepts for free as well. And we already have 5 worker kills. So, dang it! Okay, that's actually kind of painful. Hello? How about you pop out as well, you idiot? Come help. Why are you guys... No. This is all going to crap. This is not what I imagined to happen. Well, the fact that he warped in 2 more... well, it means that he has a... he killed 6 works, by the way. It means that he has a pylon on the right side of the map, I think. And it also means that, well, he's losing a lot of units that aren't stalkers. So he's building a lot of units that aren't stalkers, is what I should be saying, actually. Hello, where's your pylon, mate? I know you. There's no way he just walked all the way around, no? That seems unlikely. Okay, we're gonna scout this part again. We're going to go into the main base. I'd be very surprised. Confused almost even. Okay, we'll get a third base here. One of these bad boys as well. We're gonna march across the map with our stalkers at least. See if we can get anything done over there. No, not if we micro our adepts like this, I guess. That's for sure. Maybe we can actually fight something. Our blink is going to be done at about the same time as my opponent's blink, I hope. And at the same time we can threaten with my oracles into his natural, which is also a pretty darn big deal. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do now. Just got a lot of damage going, right? And we keep both of them alive, which is also important. He might actually be planning to go for some type of attack. We've dealt probably a little bit too much damage at this point, where if I were him, I would not feel comfortable playing a macro game from here, I have to admit. But I am not him, so maybe he says, okay, well, this Harstem dude has no clue how to play the game. I'm always fine playing a macro game against him, but that would surprise me if he would say that. At least if he would say it out loud, because I'm a big guy. Not saying I'd beat him up, but you never know what happens, you know? Bang, bang. Next tournament, you're just sitting playing. Better be safe than sorry is what I always say. Okay, we're gonna try to poke in again. Deal a little bit of damage. I mean, he's just kind of continuously pushing out with crap, which I don't completely understand. He's also chrono boosting a lot of stuff. I'm almost tempted here to... Well, first of all, get a pylon over here. That would definitely help. To do kind of a late game play. Or not a late game, like a mid game timing. Because I'm so confused by what my opponent is doing here. We'll get an immortal. Okay, well, there's nothing there. I want to build a pylon over here. And maybe a pylon over here. And then patrol in the middle. So I get a little bit more vision. A little bit just... a better idea of what the map is like. Okay, it doesn't even have a gas there yet. We're gonna add one more gas here as a result of that. We add these two gateways, and then we add a Templar Archives as well. And we're actually planning on just going absolutely ham right now. These two oracles will actually play a pretty vital role in this entire process. And the reason for that is they will force units to be where he doesn't want those units to be. So I'm going to be attacking him, and then at the same time, he still needs to keep units in the main, in the natural, maybe even in the third, you know, if I attack in his fourth base. So there's a lot of places that he needs to be holding that he really, well, he just can't be holding, basically. Also get a fourth base. And we don't get a fourth base because I really want a fourth base. We get a fourth base because I want him to get a fourth base, so I have a better path for me to attack. If my opponent gets a fourth base, that leaves him very open in all the other bases, in which then my oracles can play maybe a big role in helping out. I thought I already built a prism, but I don't think that's quite the case. Okay, that's more gateways, which is kind of surprising in a way. So I'm not really probing up this extra base. Like, I might sprinkle in some workers. I might pretend that I'm probing up. So while he's scouting, I'm getting some workers. But the moment he flies away, like, I'm not going to cancel the workers because I don't care that much. Like, I have plenty of cash. But I also don't want an infinite amount of workers, you know? 68 is actually a good amount. So we're going to start moving out on the map. Yeah, I'll get a battery there at least. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of units. Did I already lose my prism just now? I think I did. He has a lot more stuff than I thought he would have. And it's all just stalkers as well. Now, usually that means it's... Ooh, he still has stalkers here as well. He's playing a good game, by the way. He really is. For how poor this position probably should have been, I really like the way he's playing. Couple more of these. Oh, that's not good. Maybe he'll blink. Maybe he'll blink. Yeah. Okay, that was not great for him, obviously. Hoppa. And we kill that. We get more of these. Oh, this is really, really nice for me, actually. I'm a huge fan of how this is looking. I think. Am I winning? I'm up an upgrade, so I think I should be. We killed his fort base. Now we can actually start working our way up in the worker count. So we have a bigger advantage. Get zealots in our army. Makes it easier for us to stay alive. And I just want to start building... what do you call them? Observers, disruptors, cannons maybe even. And I can make a decision now. Oh, that guy's gonna get caught for sure. I can either go into carriers or I can go into DTs. DTs is probably safer, but carriers will give me a bigger win. And if you're up in like 2 gas, which I am, by the way, I'm not making that up, I'm up 2 gas. I have 8 gas against his 6 gas, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Getting into air is a very good way to kind of force your opponent to do something, because he's going to scout that and he'll be forced to start attacking into me, and that is when I'll say, okay, you want to attack into me? That's cool, I'm fine with that, but I have absolute... oh crap. I have absolutely an infinite amount of these bad boys on the map. Stasis wards and audience helmet, you saw that? That was very useful. That's like 10 DTs or so that I just saw move in there. Yeah, he needs to recall him. He's not gonna do that. He thinks he can outrun my observer. But that's not possible. You know why that's not possible? Because he got the stupid speed already. And now we can start our... so he just invested in DTs, which puts him even further behind in the long run. But for the short term might have been a good solution for him. It wasn't, but of course he didn't know that. And now we don't actually need to be aggressive. We don't need to keep expanding, but we probably actually can keep expanding. And sometimes what you can do is more important than what you should be doing. I mean, we can do a lot of crap here. Okay, I want to kill 1 unit so I can get 3 more of these. Another cyber core, a second one to be exact, and we can blink this out. So we're going to move up this ramp now. Ooh, that's cool. I want to blink away from this as well. I have full vision of his army. I want to go start clearing this. Maybe he'll try to run back this way. Yep, he does. And I of course know where his disruptors are, so that really has some potential for me to try and catch him. And if I'm bleeding out some gate units, that also isn't bad, because don't forget, I'm still going up to, well, a really decent amount of carriers, and he hopefully isn't doing that. So yeah, we're just killing a lot of crap here. I think I just lost my last Oracle though, so that isn't ideal. Hoppa! Big shots, big shots. But also not... oh my god, that was a terrible blink for my opponent here. Okay, you get cancelled, but we're still gonna go here one more time and hopefully kill that. But I'm actually going to require some disruptors. I can't completely fight without disruptors. We don't have too high of a worker count. That's not really the issue. The issue that I have is that my disruptor count is a little bit small. That could actually become a real issue if he decides to blink forward a couple of times, which I'm sure he's very willing to do. Oh my god, did he just disruptor himself? I think he did, by the way. There he just disrupted me. So I gotta be a little bit careful. I'm just afraid that he's absolutely going to blast me. I want a higher carrier count, maybe. Okay, this one is a separate hotkey as well. How many... I'm not so sure what I want to do right now. How do I force him to fight into me? Well, I want these upgrades to finish. That's a start. I think. Is that what I want? Yeah, I think that's what I want, actually. And now what I'm gonna do is maybe a little bit silly, but maybe also the correct play. I'm going to kill these rocks. Oh, oh, oh. Lose one more disruptor. Continue getting more and more of the guys that are actually kind of useful though, huh? Okay, maybe we can kill these. Get more and more upgrades. He just blinked already, so this is really, really bad by him. I mean, this was just a huge risk that he took for no real reason. This one will stay here. I have this thing on the way. And I have 9 carriers at this point. I mean, right now it feels almost impossible for me to lose. Watch me try, though. I have tried in the past. I have succeeded in the past. Oh, he's actually going to try and base trade or what? Oh, he's actually going to try and base trade, yeah. That might get kind of spicy then. See if I can deny all of his crap. Always looks somewhat interesting. Oh, nice. Good stuff, Kevin. Good stuff. Well, that wasn't completely brilliant, but can't win them all, is what they always say. Oh, he's getting a fleet beacon. We're just going to attack into him, I guess. Yep. Oh, he's trying to target down my observer. That's not quite going to work either. And we're now on the main base. As he is also in my main base. Do I still have my observer here? I hope I do. Yeah, I do. Good. As long as I have my observer and I won't get like super surprised by anything weird, I think I'm somewhat fine, honestly. Because what can he really do at this point? Well, the answer is very, very little. So these are going to take out all the pylons that remain. I'll go into the natural, start taking out pylons that remain here as well. I mean, he can never engage with my army, I don't think, right? Well, I do think. No, I don't think he can actually ever engage with my army. I'm capable of thought, though. Just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that. It's not completely stupid. So when I said I think and then I said no, I don't. I do think, although it is not very often, and I usually also don't think very hard. But thinking is definitely one of the things that I am capable of. Do not worry. He's just gonna lose this game, and he seems to be somewhat unaware of that fact. For now. Going to move. I mean, he is absolutely nothing. Can he even break this? I think he can, but... Should we even try to engage into this? Is the real question that I have for myself. I think, yeah, I probably should try to engage into this. Oh, I can just blink on top of this, no? Maybe I should. Come on, buddy. We're gonna kill you. I'm on a mission. Maybe you can kill this as well. Very cool. Yeah, now you're dead. I mean, I just don't quite understand what his plan is, but then again, I'm not much of a planner myself, so I can't really complain. This base is pretty safe at this point. We can start reinforcing it with more walls and more cannons. Oh, he seems really keen on going for like a split map scenario, but that doesn't really work, I think. Just because I have this base with literally infinite cannons. And he doesn't have disruptors left, so... Yeah, it's going to be really hard for him to get a fight going. That will be good. He was down like 50 supply or so. Yeah, no mining bases left. I forgot to kill this base. So, but yeah. Overall, pretty big win for me. I wonder who this guy is. He said, hello YouTube. So he knew what was going to happen to him. Because I'm playing on my main account. It's not here, it's not here. Maybe Neeb removed me from friends. That is possible. If you remove me from friends. Then maybe. But I doubt it. Me and Neeb have been tight for a very long time. So, yeah, we'll hop into game number 2. We just gained 30 MMR, almost at 6.5 right now. So we're on our way back up after a long dip. And let's head into game number 2. Alrighty, second game is going to be against a 6.4k Terran player. I have well, it's not really a special build. But actually it's a special build. It is a very cool build that I have prepared here. I've been working on this for a while now, and whenever I play it, it seems to not work out too well. But theoretically, this is a brilliant build. So it is a 1-gate Twilight build with a very fast third base. That also allows me to get a fast third gas pretty quickly and easily transitions into honestly basically everything. So this only can work if the game opens up standard. So no proxies, no eBay blocks, no weird shenanigans on my side of the map, and we should be somewhat okay. Just gonna make sure that there's no eBays very close to my home. Or eBays, no barracks very close to my home, as I would not really like that. We'll just scout around for a bit more, actually. I can't be bothered to check across the map yet. We'll make sure that we have a lot of gas mining as well. I go down just to make sure that I'm not being eBay blocked. There's no real other reason why else I would go down. There don't seem to be any barracks over here, so I can send this probe across the map. I'll get my cybernetic score ASAP. This blocks, but I still have space as well to build a Twilight Council over here, which will be semi-hidden. It will be difficult for my opponent to scout that without really giving up a Reaper, if that's how he decides to open. So we gain a little bit of info of scouting around my base. Now, we're not quite in time to see what my opponent is doing necessarily in his main base, but maybe we can see if there's a CC. There's no CC here. That is somewhat odd. There is a Marine, and we see a second Marine on the way. It actually is very rare. I'm just thinking what this could be, but a second Marine before Reactor is honestly extremely rare, and as a result I'm going to switch up my build order. I'm going to be scouting for any type of proxy second barracks. I might even just want to send this across the map, honestly. Chrono boost on my second unit as well. I know this is going to delay my tech, but I'm extremely afraid right now. I have no clue what's going on. I probably want to make my way across the map at some point. We'll get a Twilight and another Adept as well. So I just want to produce as many units as I can. While also trying to get some info. I'm too afraid to march across the map. This is a disadvantage of scouting early. It's possible that he went for the high ground CC and I'm just overreacting here, but it's also possible I'm not overreacting and that he actually is planning on killing me in the next 5 seconds. There's still nothing here. I'm just gonna patrol this worker. I mean, if he wants to move out with his Marines, he'll need to walk past me. He has 3 Marines right now, 309. I mean, he must have just opened with triple Marine or something like that. It's a really weird start. It just is one of the weirdest starts that I've ever seen, probably. I'm just not sure what to do. Do I get a pylon down here then, maybe? I guess I could. I can get a robo on the low ground as well, I guess. I scouted majority of the stuff on my side of the map so far. I'm gonna send this worker across the map too. I mean, I think I'm ahead. I don't really see a way for me to die with the battery here. I'm getting reasonably fast units out as well. We can warp in our first Stalker from the warp gate. I think I'm winning, but maybe nothing. Maybe he's doing nothing. It's also a possibility. He just has such a weird amount of units. This almost feels like I'm playing against a silver player. Because, you know, he's just building a random amount of Marines and nothing really makes sense. I'll get a third base. I don't think that's necessarily bad or risky, because I can just cancel it. I don't have enough production to produce stuff the entire way through anyway, so I honestly don't really believe it will matter if he's one base all-inning me, whether I take that third base or not. I don't think he is. There is a CC here. We see a bunch of Marines. This it feels like an almost random amount of Marines, though. It is a very odd opener. Okay, Marauder. Okay, well, that actually gives us a lot of info. That probably means that he is going to plan a move out at some point in the near future. I think. I'm actually just not sure. This guy plays some weird freaking StarCraft, huh? We're at least going to send some of these bad boys across the map. Some of these observers give us a little bit more vision. He's looking for, well, something. I hope he'll never find it. Not sure what he's looking for, but I do know that I don't want him to find it, no matter what it is. I want to get more of these. And we have a Robo-Bay on the way already, which should be somewhat helpful. We'll get a forge as well. Maybe we should have delayed the forge till after our first Colossi started, but nah, I don't think it really matters. I wonder if I can kill a Marauder here. Oh, I definitely can. That was very nice. Very cute even, I would call that. I think he sees it. Or is he just... Oh, he's just trying to surround me right now. So in that case, this actually is definitely coming in handy. We see the left side army now moving in. So he's just trying to surround me. From one way or the other. So we have to blink out. Get a couple more of these gateway buildings. And I almost feel like teleporting back home at this point with my stalkers, but excuse me. Maybe I shouldn't actually. Yeah, I won't. Yeah, this is somewhat fine. I wonder if I can hold it. I think I can. I just need to target properly on any type of marines. Once my second Colossi is out, that would be a huge help, obviously. Yeah, this looks very good for me. So, I just want to make sure that these marines don't deal too much damage. Excuse me. I'm not quite sure what's happening with my throat. I'm super itchy all of a sudden. It's not quite what I signed up for. Get 2 more gateways, and we have +1 on the way already. I know what's happening on that right side. Okay, he's picking up. This gives us an opportunity to catch them. So I'm going to pretend to move out on the map. And then we'll move over here with our stalkers. I think this is where I'll most likely will catch him. This is where they'll usually try and drop as well. So yeah, I'm really feeling this location as a major... Almost had him. So have one of these dudes join at least. Kind of sick. Oh, he's actually going into the main base right now. Good trade. Good trade. I probably should have been a bit faster there with getting that prism. I'm still warping it in at this point. The fact that I didn't immediately is kind of bad. I think he should be aware of what's going on here. Okay, he's trying to run away. I want to make sure that nothing's coming from that side. So, from that far left side, just going to send one little zealot there. Uh-oh, this is not good. Actually, this might be viable. You just know that he wants to turn around and go shoot that, but that makes a brilliant plan. Oh, you should have just killed some stuff. Wasn't quite aware of that. I didn't spot that on the mini map. My bad. The question now is, will I be able to straight up kill him, or will I not be able to straight up kill him? And I think the answer might just be no, honestly. I wish I had a Templar Archives right now, so I could use it for something great and useful. Can't really be attacking into a concave like that. But if he moves too far forward, and he doesn't have any Vikings still, which means, and also he doesn't have any what do you call it? He has no ghost yet, which means that sentries are just going to be super useful. He's coming in with a flank right now. That's going to allow us, hopefully, to actually deal some pretty big damage. Now he'll come here from the back as well. Making sure that our Colossi stay alive. And we, of course, have our natural Zealot flank as well coming from here at some point. This seems to be fine. Our control was good enough that I'm not super afraid. I forgot to send the zealots over. I was waiting for that flank for a long time. My zealot flank. I was like, oh, can't wait for my zealot flank to hit. And then I was actually kind of surprised that it never hit. I'm like, huh. In my head I sent it out, but I guess it wasn't part of that control group. It's a little bit sloppy. We have a lot of workers. Not an insane amount. And we killed his third base. Actually want to spot further. I don't think I can just straight up walk in here. Oh, he went up to 8 barracks already? It is kind of odd, honestly. So, the reason I say this is kind of odd is... or maybe it's barracks 4 and 5. Is he's not getting any Vikings. And he's not really transitioning into any army. This means that he will be... like, no ghost, no... just nothing. There's just no tech whatsoever. So, as long as I keep him home... he's going to be in major trouble, honestly. And he needs to fight before my disruptor count grows too high. Or before I get like 5 Archons. Archons are practically useless. Now, don't get me wrong. They're practically useless the moment ghosts come out. But before that, they're extremely powerful tools that can almost always deal well with Terran armies. So that's a disruptor shot right there. And the disruptors just kind of help me out as well, you know, zoning him away, making sure that my Colossi can deal the maximum amount of damage that otherwise I might not be able of dealing. How do I keep missing all these little attacks? Not the most active at looking at the minimap currently, I have to admit. Okay, well, we're just gonna go in, and I think it will allow me... Oh my god, that was a really bad start of a fight. I think I should be capable of just pushing in forever, basically, at this point. So, we have enough of these dudes, of these disruptors, that I can push him back. I'm not quite sure where these guys come from. I know he still has something over here. Guess I kind of just accidentally rallied in. And he should just be looking at ways to break this position, because the longer I stay around, the worse it's just going to get for him. I wonder if he's over here, or what his actual plan is. Kind of afraid of getting surrounded, yeah. Whoop! We have some extra. I bet he already has 2-2. No, he doesn't quite. This is an interesting game. He's just playing pure bio units, and it can work, but it's kind of rare that it does work. Especially once I get into positions like this. It's like, he'll need to go for a flank. And if he doesn't get the flank, he's just dead. So he probably actually needs the base trade at this point. I don't think there's any way he wins this in a straight up engagement without a flank, without a base trade. It's just simply not possible. Yeah, it's a correct call by him. But this is... Oh my god, he sniped both of them actually. Kind of painful for me. Because that means I'm going to still need to hit one of them. Good control. He's playing this quite well, whoever this is. I have to admit, the control is very, very solid. And I actually believe I might... Well, I'm not quite sure if I'm losing, but... I'm struggling, that's for sure. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but we did lose a lot of crap right now, just in the past few seconds. I'm surprised I didn't spot everything, by the way. Actually, it's somewhat surprising. This is going to be a good trade. Maybe I can even kill a couple of these medevacs before he's allowed to pick up. Yeah, okay, we'll be able to pick off all of them, which is huge, 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 huge. And now he's pushing out as well, which is gonna make life even better for me. Because if we get to fight on my terms for a little bit longer, I actually do believe he's going to be in a world of trouble. I'm considering, well, I mean, this is just a hold. Whatever is going to happen now, this is going to be one of the cleanest holds in the world. Did I just miss target? Yeah, I think I missed target like 5 times just now. I wonder if this is enough, but I honestly think it is, yeah. Got him. Nice one, buddy. Just gotta make sure we're not gonna get dropped once again on that far left side. Oh my god, that's a lot of units. That's a lot of units. He was planning on dropping on that far left side though, so I'm glad I managed to catch that. And he's just gonna keep trying to base trade. Oh, this was a good start of a fight for him. But the question is the ending also very hot or not? Good control. Man, I wonder who this is. This feels like a bit... There used to be a player called Battlebee who played very similar to this. It wouldn't surprise me if this is actually Battlebee. Just the playstyle is so similar, so darn similar. It's really quite good as well. I like playing against this. It's solid, it's entertaining to play against. He's only getting attack upgrades as well. That is pretty wild, I have to admit that. Does he have a fort? No, not for much longer, I guess. And I guess here the game will really start running out. Like his control is... It's just solid stuff, honestly. Tried to pick that up, but didn't quite work out. Maybe I can kill some of these dudes are over here. That's not a snipe. That's not a snipe. Yeah, that was not a snipe, dude. Yeah, obviously not a snipe. It is a win for us. I think it was a win before already. Yeah, he just lost a lot more. This is the issue, is the moment I think Toss marches across the map and you're only on bio, it just becomes really difficult. But I like the thought at least. What did he play? He played 7 racks? I cancelled his 4th base, so... I still think that not getting EMP with this is always a mistake. I mean, EMP is the most broken spell in the entire game. It just cuts the health of my army in half. Has an insane radius. It's not like he's lacking gas either. Was this done off a single eBay? Yeah, it seems to be the case. Well, interesting game at least. I'm kind of curious who that was. So we have two unknowns that we played against today. Oh, minus 54? Maybe an off-racer? Then? That's possible. Where are you last season? Last season, a 6.4k Zerg. Who is this? That was really not bad. Lost a lot of points, so it's a high-level Zerg player probably. With like a good win rate or something. 84% win rate in the current season. And overall, it's like a Smurf account, 89% win rate with Zerg. 43% win rate with Terran. It's a good player. I really wonder who this is. For now though, this is going to be it for me. Thanks all so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see all of you next time for a new video. Thanks so much for watching. And bye bye.